Welcome back to Devil's Diary TV. Let the story begin. I'm Richard, just your average Joe with a flair for danger and the unexplored. Amid the intricate labyrinths of the internet, I came upon a cryptic message in my inbox on an otherwise ordinary Tuesday. Over my morning cup of Joe, I discovered an email that was far from the mundane. This wasn't a customary proposition about Bitcoin or Ethereum trading. It had a darker, more intriguing allure. It tantalizingly hinted at more than just monetary gains. It proposed an entirely new lifestyle, a fellowship, a brotherhood, a radical shift in existence. The email was filled with obscure symbols and coded language, making it a conundrum, a mystery, an enigma shrouded in an enticing promise of unimaginable wealth. My every instinct screamed to dismiss it, to obliterate it from my sight, to feign ignorance of its existence. But the adventurer within me was too captivated, too entranced. The message, the guarantee of a different life, was too overpowering to resist. Despite the impending disaster, I succumbed to the Byzantine appeal of the message and clicked on the link, plunging headfirst into the ominous depths of the unknown. Lured by the promise of unimaginable wealth, I found myself in the eerie world of the cryptocurrency cult. This strange society was strangely seductive, with the promise of digital gold serving as an enchanting enticement. The cult was unlike anything I had ever experienced, captivating and confounding in equal measure. The cult members worshipped a digital deity, a virtual phantom that dictated their very existence. They called this unseen force the crypto god, figure born of the blockchain, offering wealth and prosperity to those who followed its code. The odd rituals were a sight to behold. At the hour of midnight, the cultists would huddle around their computers, their faces illuminated by the ghostly glow of the screens. Their fingers moved in a frenzied dance of mining, scrambling desperately for the desirable digital currency. Yet, the deeper I ventured into their world, the colder my blood ran. The whispers of a great awakening resonated in the haunting silence, a prophecy of the crypto god rising to dominate both the digital and physical worlds. Their eyes sparkled with a fervent zeal, their faith unshakable, their dedication unflagging. My unease grew with each passing day. I noted the subtle shift in atmosphere. Light-hearted chatter had morphed into cryptic conversations, heavy with fear and anticipation. The air was thick with an inescapable anxiety. The cult's rituals were peculiar, their faith incomprehensible. Yet, unsettled me most was their unwavering belief in the supremacy digital deity. It was as if they were entranced, lost in own reality, spiraling into the abyss of the unknown. As I delved deeper, the digital deity's grip tightened, and the real nature of the cult began to slowly reveal itself. The distinction between the real and the virtual became hazy, and I found myself in the whirlwind center, peering into the cryptocurrency cult's abyss. And then, one day, a fellow cultist was discovered lifeless, apparently exhausted from the relentless mining. This was not a typical cult, it was a death trap, and I was ensnared in its core. In the heart of the cult, I found myself ensnared in a web of fear and manipulation. An unsettling chill of realization swept over me. I was not part of a groundbreaking digital revolution, but a mere pawn in a sinister game of power and control. My initial fascination with this revolutionary cryptocurrency cult had morphed into a nightmarish reality. The once welcoming community was now my prison, their unnerving smiles concealing a dark and insidious intent. The cult had intricately entangled me in their web, their grip intensifying with each passing moment. Every effort made to emancipate myself from this all-consuming vortex of fear was met with cold, calculated resistance. My pleas for help, my desperate calls to authorities were ignored, devoured by the ever-expanding scope of the cult's influence. They were omnipresent, their reach far surpassing what I could have ever foreseen. Their power had transcended the digital realm and permeated the fabric of my existence. The freedom I once took for granted was now a vague reminiscence. Every action of mine was under surveillance, every word scrutinized. The cult had become my haunting shadow, an inescapable entity that infiltrated my waking hours and pervaded my dreams. My life was no longer my own, but a puppet's performance under the cult's relentless, my desperation amplified with each passing day. The vibrant world outside seemed nothing more than an illusion, a cruel mirage. The walls of my confinement were constructed not of brick and mortar, but of fear and manipulation. My spirit was being suppressed, my will to resist slowly succumbing to the relentless pressure of the cult's grip. The cult's control was all-encompassing, authority absolute. They were the puppeteers and I was their marionette, performing to the rhythm of their dark symphony. My pleas for mercy were met with derision, my cries for help merely a source of amusement. Escape seemed a distant dream as the cult's grip tightened. My life was slipping away. With the passage of each day, I found myself descending further into despair, the beacon of hope gradually fading into oblivion. In the terrifying peak of my journey, I was poised to become the ultimate sacrifice. The bone-chilling intentions of the cryptocurrency cult, who aimed to murder me for my digital treasure, exceeded my wildest, most terrifying dreams. The cult, propelled by an unquenchable desire for riches, had crafted a merciless strategy. The awareness sparked a frosty shiver down my spine. My heartbeat accelerated in my chest, the rhythm echoing the dreadful symphony of my looming end. I could nearly hear the cryptocurrency cult whispering my fate in the internet's dark corners, their voices filled with wicked pleasure. As my predicament's reality set in, I felt ensnared in a tangled web of terror and despair. The cult's hold on me was similar to a python's, slowly draining me of life. My freedom was nothing but a faint memory, substituted by the horrifying likelihood of becoming the ultimate sacrifice. I, however, wasn't one to surrender without a fight. I brainstormed at racing speed, frantically searching for an escape route from this deadly situation. The fear that had initially immobilized me was now fueling my resolve. I knew I had to take quick action to evade the cryptocurrency cult's clutches. My struggle was fierce, a mental duel against a foe lurking in the shadows. As time progressed, I felt the walls closing in on me, the ticking clock a depressing reminder of my rapidly diminishing time. Yet all of my efforts were in the cryptocurrency cult. Was always a step ahead, their dark network of lies too complex for me to disentangle. My struggle was pointless, my escape attempts only amusing the cult. The night of the ultimate sacrifice loomed. Cult members delighted in their impending triumph, their monstrous greed driving them toward the most atrocious act. I, the unsuspecting investor, was about to pay the ultimate price for my digital affluence. In the eerie silence of the night, I was gone, my life taken by the voracious greed of the cryptocurrency cult. My terrifying tale stands as a severe warning of the perils hiding in the digital world's depths, where greed can push people to perform horrific acts of terror. In the harsh glare of reality, only remnants of my grim battle endured. I, an unsuspecting investor seduced by the allure of digital wealth, was devoured by the insatiable avarice of an invisible foe. My story, as terrifying as it may be, is not a lone instance in the vast, unexplored chasm of the internet. The cult of cryptocurrency, a sinister corner of the dark web worshipping an anonymous digital power, had seized control over me, drawing me deeper into a realm where escape was as fleeting as a specter in the darkness. My existence, once brimming with dreams of affluence, dwindled to a horrifying nightmare, a dangerous dance with death under the frigid, indifferent scrutiny of my captors. Eventually, the ultimate sacrifice was made. I, the unfortunate protagonist, was mercilessly slain. My existence bartered for a currency that resides solely in the virtual world. My anguished pleas for rescue were muffled by the continuous downpour of digital transactions. My existence diminished to a mere postscript in the annals of this malevolent cult. But my story is not just a horrifying narrative. It's a cautionary tale. A dire warning reverberating through the hallways of the internet, murmuring about the perils that hide in the darkness. The sinister side of the internet, akin to a voracious monster, feasts on unchecked avarice and desperation, hunting those who stray too far from the comfort of the known. The sparkle of cryptocurrency, as tempting as it may appear, frequently conceals a wicked truth. For every triumphant tale, there are innumerable stories like mine, narratives of innocent lives shattered by the monstrous greed of nameless entities. In the wake of my tragic demise, we must remember the lessons my story imparts. The digital realm, despite all its pledges of wealth, is also a haven for evildoers, a stalking ground for predators ready to leap at the unsuspecting and the greedy. My tale serves as a stark warning, a grim reminder of the monstrous greed that hides in the digital realm's shadows, poised to snatch its next victim. For more horror stories from the Devil's Diary TV, click here to watch now. Like, comment, and subscribe before it's too late for you too.